daddy, stunning like my daddy, stunning like my daddy. I'll be stunning like my daddy. I'm the young stunner, stunning like my daddy, stunning like my daddy. I'll be stunning like my daddy. Yeah, bitch, I'm paid.
That's all I gotta say. Can't see other Bud Ballers because I got losses in my way this week. Welcome, Week 15 review. I lose to John in what was an absolute beatdown, turn almost tie, could have won, but lost. Mike beats Jackson. Chris finally gets a win, although he's got 4 on the season, but it felt like finally over Tim. Sawyer beats Drew and is on a little bit of a streak here. And Tom takes down Big Al. Okay, let's jump in. First, myself and John. John was absolutely pantsing me all week. I had no business amounting to anything this week, and yet somehow on Sunday there's a chance for me to tie. Ayton falls 1 rebound short, and if Jokic had also gotten a triple-double, would have won that category, also needing the double-doubles, but just could have actually won that for some reason, which, again, shouldn't have happened because I lost by almost 50 threes, over 150 points, almost 50 rebounds, 50 assists, 44 steals. Just crazy. And John and I end up tying in double-doubles and triple-doubles, 12 and 2 and 2. John had the most points in the league this week with 917, most rebounds with 350. We actually had 4 teams with over 300 rebounds, which is quite a feat, and the 4 of us were playing each other, which is something else. But John also had the most steals this week with 63. So MVP for John, a little unconventional, but Dante DiVincenzo had the fucking week of his life. 19 threes made, 79 points, including a 30-point game, 13 rebounds, 11 assists, and 6 steals. Fuck you, Dante. I still got a 2-game lead. Not that upset, just a little bit. I would have been 7-2 this week, even though I felt like I had a piss poor week. 7-2, only would have lost to John and Tom. 1-game lose streak. Record of 13-2-0. Still the only team to have clinched so far. I'm surprised John hasn't gotten that yet, but oh well. Meanwhile, John, 9-0, big dog, wouldn't have lost to anybody. 1-game win streak, in second place by a full game, 11-4-0. On to Mike and Jackson. Jackson, highest field goal this week, and again, most assists in the league. That's got to be the 4th or 5th time this has happened this year. This one, let's see, only separated by 5 rebounds in Mike's favor, 3 steals in Mike's favor. Mike only had 4 double-doubles, loses 4-8, but still wins the matchup 6-4. Kawhi is on a insane streak right now. He's playing like old Kawhi, playing amazing defense. The Clippers are really, really good, which is so surprising given how, obviously a team is going to take a while to gel with adding Harden in, but I was one of many people who thought it's like there's just too many guys. There's only one ball, too many guys, and they have figured it out, and they look scary as hell. Kawhi MVP, 566 from the field, perfect from the free throw, 12 threes, 119 points scored, 32 rebounds, 8 steals, and a double-double. Mike also doing all that without having Embiid, who is possibly done for the year. Mike would have been 4-4-1, beating Jackson, Tim, Sawyer, and Drew, and tying Chris. 2-game win streak for Mike, all alone in 5th place, record of 7-7-1. Meanwhile, Jackson, still in a playoff spot right now, would have only been 3-5, beating Chris, Tim, and Drew. 1-game losing streak for Jackson, record of 7-8-0. Only has a half-game lead over Sawyer for that last playoff spot at the moment. Tim and Chris, not much to go on here. Chris wins both categories, has the most, our highest free throw percentage in the league this week. Tim has the fewest turnovers with 62. We had 6 teams with only 60 some odd turnovers. That's wild. I'm sure that hasn't happened many times ever in our league. But Chris wins this one by over 50 points. 70 rebounds, 40 assists. Just a shellacking. 8-1. Steph balled out this week. Dude averaged 7 threes over the 3 games. 563 from the field. Another player with perfect free throw percentage. 22 threes made, 117 points, 20 rebounds. Fire. Chris, out of last place. only would have been 2-5-2, beating Tim and Drew and tying Mike and Jackson, so it's a good thing you played Tim. 1-game winning streak for Chris, record of 4-11-0. In 8th place by himself. And probably, if I had to guess, 3 games out of a playoff spot. There's 5 weeks left. I'm not saying it's not possible, but it's going to be a challenge. But you could do it. Meanwhile, Tim, 0-9, really bad. 2-game losing streak after that 2-game win streak earlier in the month. Not calendar month. 3-10-0. Alone in 9th place by a full game. Sawyer and Drewski. Sawdog having a good week this week. Won this one 8-2. Neither team had a high in any of the categories this week, but Sawyer won by 11 threes, 180 points, almost 80 rebounds, 50 assists, won both stocks, 66-65 in turnovers, favoring Drew, and 11-10 in double-doubles. So Drew's still getting those double-doubles, but SGA is just too much to handle on Sawdog's team. 556 from the field, 905 from the stripe, 125 points scored, 26 rebounds, 36 assists, 10 steals, and double-double. Hell of a week. Finally, Sawyer 4-5 would have only beaten Drew, Jackson, Tim, and Chris. 2-game winning streak, record of 6-8-1, half game out of 6th. Meanwhile, Drew slides into 10th, 1-8, only would have beaten Tim. 4-game slide, record of 3-12-0. Tom and Alec, this was the other banger of the week. Alec losing 3-pointers this week to Tom, 106-80. Alec taking both percentage categories and still winning by 90 some odd, or close to 90 points. Alec also takes the rebound category by 20-ish, but Tom takes assists, and obviously he's going to win steals and blocks. Only wins blocks by 1, though, so that was a close matchup. 68-102 turnovers in Tom's favor, 10-9 double-double, and 1 triple-double for Tom. MVP for Tom, I harped on him either last week or 2 weeks ago, but Tatum starting to round back into form here. 525 from the field, 17 threes, 115 points scored, 32 rebounds, 24 assists, 6 steals, and a double-double. Tom, 8-1, only would have lost to John. 1-game win streak, record of 9-6-0. And I believe it's either 1.5 or 2.5 game lead over Mike. I'm not sure. Meanwhile, Alec falls out of second place, 5-3-1, so kind of tough luck there, but would have lost to Ray, John, Tom, and tied Sawyer. 1-game losing streak, record of 10-5-0. Player of the week, Yahoo ranked averages Joker. 27.0 points, 15.3 rebounds, 10.3 assists, 2.0 steals, and 1.3 blocks. But mine's a total tie. I'm not going to be a homer. Curry, SGA, and Luka all had incredible weeks. Got some okay matchups here. Really, the biggest one's going to be Mike versus Sawyer. Sawyer fighting to get in the playoffs. Mike fighting to stay in. Jackson versus Alec. Jackson needs something to go in his favor for a little bit, even though he's only on a 1-game losing streak, but both lost last week, so a win could help either of them immensely. Tom and Chris, not expecting much. Me and Tim, not expecting. Your boy's going to win, I know that. And then John and Drew. Drew, you want to pull a rabbit out of your hat? That would be freaking sweet, bro. Okay, that's all I got, boys. See ya.